Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Malcurtis Bone, on this evening edition of Fire of Liberty as we continue to co-create paradise on Earth, leading through this golden age of brilliant, fantastic Renaissance, which is actually also in this beginning of the Aquarian Age, which is also good to know. I would love to segue straight in to this brand wonderful truth and oneness and enlightenment for all, as we are all one. All right. Just a little bit of background. This is Adama answering questions that are asked by, I believe, Diane. So these are wonderful things I'm going to read, and this is the truth, and everybody should know it. And it's amazing, wonderful truth of light, liberty that allows us, of course, to be unified as we are. All right. Question: how did your justice system evolve? Question mark. We are here with you in great numbers, over 25 million in all, from all the subterranean cities of light. We are all unified into one great network of light, called the Agartha Network. This network is vast in its scope and is responsible for our safety under the earth. We attend great conferences, convening under the earth, where our laws are discussed and weighed in the light of God's divine codes of ethics for the earth. We are a self-regulating government, quote, government, unquote, formed on the basis of justice and equality for all life, whether under or upon the earth's surface. All cases are weighed individually according to their specific circumstances, and all are judged by God's light and God's divine code of ethics, so that all parties receive the greatest justice, and so that all parties benefit. Our justice system is millions of years old, based on the original Lemurian system that was used when we lived on the surface in our homes and communities similar to yours. We took this form of democracy with us when we decided to go underground 12,000 years ago. Our knowledge is vast since our lives are long. We still have people alive who are 20,000, 30,000 years old, and who, because of their lengthy age spans, remember all that was when we lived on the surface. These souls are wise indeed, for they have conscious access to all accumulated knowledge from that time forward. This is one of the ways we keep our laws pure, for we have the divine standard of God to base them on from the past. This was a time when we had reached glorious heights of evolvement. Fortunately for us, we have been undisturbed beneath the earth to carry on our evolution in peace and prosperity. Because of this, our evolution on all levels keeps increasing as the years go on. Someday soon, you too will be in the position of experiencing life in the peaceful and prosperous way it was meant to be lived. Then you too can gain in strength and wisdom and evolve into the God beings that you are. All life needs peace for evolvement to take place. Without peace, species just struggle for survival and never have, quote, time, unquote, to add to the strength and wisdom that they have accumulated. So peace is a necessary factor for evolvement, and evolvement is a necessary factor for the continuation of a species. All your brothers and sisters are here with you now. I bet they are still in the higher dimensions, but they are here monitoring and protecting your planet. They are here to guide you on your path of evolvement to the stars. So look to us, all of us who are here with you, whether from above or below, and call to us for strength and guidance, for we are all here for you, so that all of us together will find a way back home into the higher dimensions of light. Question: did Lemuria know of Atlantis' plan for their demise? Yes, however, we were cautioned by the spiritual hierarchy not to intercept or provoke a war because of the severe consequences to the earth. So we waited and prayed and made plans to evacuate ourselves to the underground caverns. This we did, and were able to save 25,000 souls. Atlantis did destroy itself in the end. We of Lemuria survived and flourished underground. Why didn't the Lemurians return to the surface instead of remaining underground? We know that we no longer care to live on the surface because the firmament had been destroyed. We realized we could evolve more rapidly underground, where we were protected from the harsh elements and from marauding bands from other star systems. So we chose to remain beneath ground. Wouldn't you? We chose to remain underground because of the ravages of the surface weather and hostile climate. We have built a utopia underground where we are free to evolve. You too will experience this utopia soon. Why move into Mount Shasta when there was a whole inner earth with oceans and mountains where you could have lived? Know that in those days the earth was propagated with many beings from outer space who came and went through the inner earth. It was felt by the Lemurians that we wouldn't have our privacy, quote, privacy, unquote, so to speak, if we inhabited the cities of the inner earth. We needed our space to develop and carry on the Lemurian culture without interference from other cultures, and especially without interference from roving bands of renegades from outer space. Although the subterranean cities are confined and restraining, for us they serve as a great protective barrier. Their limitation is our protection and has allowed us to flourish these past 12,000 years without any interference at all. Mount Shasta has been our bubble of protection and provided us with the privacy to grow into our evolved race of superior beings while still being able to remain on Earth. Notice the fragmentation and division that occurs in your cultures that are situated on the surface. They are open to all sorts of invasions. Your whole surface society has been vulnerable to the whims and fancies of surrounding cultures, and whatever involvement there has been has crumbled due to the encroachment of others. Therefore, in light of all this, our confinement has served an evolutionary purpose, enabling us to strive for and reach heights of accomplishment that we would never have been able to obtain had we remained on the surface or moved into the inner earth. There were so many factors involved in our decision. Our survival was primary as to why we chose to protect ourselves on all sides by moving into Mount Shasta. This has been proven beyond a doubt to have been a wise choice since we've been totally free to evolve into the spiritual warriors of light that we now are. Someday soon, you too on the surface will have the freedom and protective environment necessary to allow you to evolve into the light beings that you are. That is what the ascension is all about. Okay, alright, I'm going to go straight onto this part. Question: why have our subterranean brothers and sisters abandoned us all these thousands of years and not come to our aid? I will explain the position we hold here in the subterranean cities. We came here to evolve unencumbered by negativity. We chose to remain silent because we have seen and experienced the bands of marauders from other star systems, and we wished to be isolated from this so that we could evolve more quickly. We chose our present environment for just that reason. We did not want to expose ourselves to the negativity on the surface. Ours was an experiment to see how much and how far we could evolve if we were isolated from war and poverty. Coming to the surface and intermingling with you would defeat our existence underground. We would then be bringing these negative energies back underground with us, only to infiltrate our subterranean system. Do you understand this? ? Even if we did surface and bring you our teachings and technologies before now, it would have been in vain, for your mass consciousness was not ready and would have rejected our teachings and us as being from the devil. Know that we could not come to your aid because we ourselves would have been destroyed by exposing ourselves to the surface population. So therefore we remain in the subterranean cities, waiting for the time when the mass consciousness could safely accept our teachings, our technologies, and us. Now that the light workers have awakened and the general population is becoming more aware and more sensitive to the earth, we can safely bring everything to the surface that we've been guarding for centuries. We have had enough wars and strife, and we needed to just concentrate on our spiritual growth and hold the light securely in place for this planet. We felt this was the best thing we could do, considering the conditions on the surface. Do you understand now the reason for our isolation and silence? We did it for our own protection and for yours. Had we not, our home and teachings and lives might have been destroyed by now if we had ventured forth to help a sleeping humanity. We know the dark forces have invaded the surface and are carrying out abductions underground. We know all that occurs on and in the planet, but had we exposed ourselves, we would have been victims too, leaving no one to guard our teachings and technologies or to carry the light. We grasp the seriousness and depth of your concern regarding this issue, and we wish it could have been otherwise. We wish we could have been on the surface helping you and protecting you, but because of the circumstances, it would have been very unwise to do so. Now that the mass consciousness and energies on the planet are changing, we can, very soon, close parentheses, come to the surface and merge with our light workers for the final stages leading to the ascension. We are here to bring you glad tidings of the forthcoming waves of ascension that are soon to hit your Earth's surface. These waves are being generated from the creative force of the universe and are in unison with God's divine plan for the Earth. You are all receiving higher levels of energy and your bodies are adapting to these higher wavelengths of frequency. Soon a great wave of energy will descend on your Earth's surface, bringing all life forms into a higher level of consciousness. We here in Telos patiently wait this time of increased energy for this elevated consciousness on your part that will allow us to surface. There is a divine timing involved here, a divine time frame, so to speak, that will allow us to emerge from our protection under the Earth's surface. For until now, we have been divinely protected in our homes beneath the Earth's crust. We await the directive from the Galactic Command that will put our plan of full emergence into effect. This way, we will be fully protected when we do surface and contact you above ground in our physical third-dimensional forms. Part 2, Mission of Assistance for our emerging civilizations. Or number 4, period, our emerging civilizations. First message received from Adama. Greetings, my brothers and sisters of light. I am Adama, High Priest of Telos, and I am here to bring you greetings from your fellow citizens who dwell in Telos. Your fellow brothers and sisters of light who are working towards the ascension just as you are. Know that we do exist. Know that we do indeed exist, and many of us have already surfaced. We invite you to converse with us telepathically, for the merging of our two great civilizations is imminent and necessary for the ascension of the whole planet. You can ask to come to Telos before you go to sleep at night, and you can call on Adama to receive you. This is all very exciting, for we have waited a long period of time to contact you on the surface. This is the time. Now is the time, for the Earth is changing rapidly, and great cataclysms are in store for the surface. You will need to stay very grounded, very centered in your being, and you will need to call on your mighty I Am presence to fill you, to stabilize you, and to connect you to the Earth where you are holding the light. I thank you for making this connection with me and for inviting me to speak to your group. I will be most happy to speak whenever you wish, whenever you call upon me, for I am here to serve along with you. Blessings. I send you blessings and greetings from Telos. I am Adama. An update on our emergence plan. Adama through Aurelia Louise Jones. It is my great pleasure to communicate with you at this time to remind you of our love for all of you and to give you a little update on our emergence plan. We in Telos are noticing with much delight the rapid changes that are occurring within the spiritual grids of our planet. We also perceive the amazing awakening that is taking place within the consciousness of humanity. Dear ones, as much as you may not yet see the full picture of this wondrous progress from where you stand, we in Telos have the necessary technology to be able to not only see this progress, but to make daily graphs of it on our amino acid computers. We can chart the progress made by mankind day by day in any area of your surface. Each day we notice more people awakening to their divine purpose and mission. The very fact that there are so many of humanity that are now awakening to a better understanding of their divine nature to a better understanding of their divine nature. We also know that this awakening is no longer reversible, and your victory is assured. It is only a question of how many Earth years it will take to reach critical mass. We can honestly tell you that it is happening even faster than ever expected by the spiritual hierarchy of your planet. Of our planet, excuse me. We, Intellos, and all your brothers and sisters of the Earth within, which is a very vast empire of many civilizations, are watching this expansion of consciousness with great joy and anticipation. We are supporting you with our love and our light. We are almost like children who are counting the number of days before Christmas, the quote Christmas unquote of our uniting in love and brotherhood as one big Earth family. We are watching with delight and wondering the awakening, taking place each day, and we know that the time for the uniting of our two civilizations is finally coming very close, after so many years and centuries of physical separation. The moment of our emergence to the surface will be a time of love and great rejoicing for the many, particularly those who are consciously aware of our presence within the earth and have such a yearning in their hearts to greet us in their homes and finally talk to us face to face. The wonders of our great encounter will be even greater than the magic that 1,000 Christmases holds for so many of you. Know that we long to be with you physically as much as you long to be with us, because we are family. It is a mutual desire. We are also watching the lightworkers who have embodied at this time, accomplishing this wondrous mission and leading the way for this grand awakening. You are the brave warriors of light, and we are holding you so preciously in our hearts. It is with gratitude and profound love that we salute you and honor you. The time of our emergence is no longer in the faraway distant future. It is almost at hand, dear ones. We are no longer looking at decades, but just a few short years at the very most. We cannot give you dates, as we are not the ones who are deciding the exact time or date of our emergence. We will come when the spiritual awakening has reached critical mass, not sooner. Shortly, however, we will be granted permission to once again start mixing with a limited number of surface people. This exchange will begin to open the pathways for our eventual emergence to the surface, joining both civilizations as one big family of children from the Earth Mother. We are beings of love. We live a path of love, and we want you to know that we have much love for all of you. When we come, we will be able to teach you a way of life that will help you establish very quickly the foundations for a permanent golden age of enlightenment. Love, peace, beauty, and prosperity for all on this planet. We will assist you in ushering in this golden age that you have been longing for so very long. Just prepare, dear ones, by loving each other more, by seeing each other more like brothers and sisters. In your mind and heart, begin to be receptive to allowing us to become your guides and mentors. And you can make the promise that you shall never regret it. And I can make you the promise that you shall never regret it. For the last 12,000 years that we have been living underground, we have established a foundation based upon the consciousness of love and true brotherhood in the subterranean cities and in Telos. Over these thousands of years, we have been refining the structures of our societies to become more and more in resonance with divine principles in every aspect of our lives. Beloved ones, we have witnessed your pains and struggles long enough. It is with much gladness and expectation that we wait to come out and show you the way to manifest this wondrous reality in your world, so that never again will there ever be any more suffering on this planet for humanity or for any of the other kingdoms evolving here. It will not take 12,000 years to accomplish this with our help. We already know how. The melting of our energy through the magic of love can and will bring these wondrous changes to you. Be willing to open your hearts to us and trust that we are not only your friends but your brothers and sisters of long ago. On a soul level, we all know each other very well. We were all family at one time on the continent of Lemuria, and it has not changed. We send you much love from Telos. Love is in great abundance here. We have no problem generating it, and it allows us to live in great opulence. We hold you dearly in our hearts until we meet. Keep practicing the art of true love, which starts with loving yourself. Our preparations are now 90% completed for the Great day of our emergence. May you all love each other and all of creation as precious jewels and expressions of the love of the Father and the Mother. Mother Earth sacrifice, my light shines forth from Telos, its beam directed into your heart space, conveying joy and well-being to you. We wait until we receive your vibration, and then we beam our consciousness to you. Telepathy is very simple once you know how to make the connection. We here in Telos await these exchanges when we connect as one across the span of Earth and through the Earth to meet you in our heart space, the place of love, joy, and well-being. I dream of merging of our two civilizations, yours from above and ours from below. This merging will be the culmination of a great plan that we developed eons ago before your incarnation on Earth. At that time, we laid out our strategy and plans for this moment in history, when the time would be right to merge our civilizations. We have been waiting many thousands of years for this precise time on Earth when we could finally begin to implement our plans for the ascension of planet Earth and all the ascension of all its life forms above and within the Earth. Our technologies have been guarded all these eons, waiting for this propitious moment to bring them forth to you, our brothers and sisters who are selflessly waiting also on the outside of this grand Earth. Our Mother Earth is a great being who has sacrificed her precious body to be a host to life on her surface and below her surface. She has sacrificed her well-being so that her children could learn their lessons of evolvement on the earth plane in an environment of love and abundance. She has waited patiently for millennia for humans to evolve and recognize their God selves and the divinity within themselves. She has waited through wars and famine and abundance and glory, and this cycle is repeated and repeated itself, as all life slowly evolved in consciousness on her surface and below her surface. She has sacrificed a lot, and now her time of sacrifice is over. It is the time for all life to recognize its God self and move into the light of greater understanding and self-worth. She is a patient being, perfectly timing her transition into light, to correlate with humanity's transition into light, the same light, the one light of the perfection of all that is. We in the subterranean cities have focused our light on you, our brothers and sisters, hoping to stimulate and guide your emergence into the light, where we will all meet in the fifth dimension of God's love. We salute you for your endurance and stamina in the face of the chaos and discontent you wade through in each of your days. Soon there will be no more waiting, for you will be above this vibration and floating in a higher vibration of God's love, where all is peace and joy and well-being. We will meet you there. The time is quickening and the plans are in place, and all is in motion for your emergence into light. I salute you for your bravery. I want to interject something right here. Not necessarily interject, but continue with the wonderful flow. Great song, Meet You There by Owl City. I used to listen to that. I was just thinking, I used to listen to that not only as a sophomore in both schools, but as a sophomore in all three schools. Wow. It's a great song, and it's amazing. It's a really good song. That and Umbrella Beach. What else? Imagine, I Can Only Imagine. It's a good one. And Shine Down. Absolutely. The amount of light and uplifting, it's really, really good. So I'm going to continue on. 5, surface destruction and government cover-up. Chemical and biological warfare. I bring you news of the ascension as it rolls across the surface. We are all united as one. Our consciousness is united on the inner planes. All beings on and in the earth have agreed to unify and bring the light in. We send forth our love to you through the earth's crevices where it reaches you instantaneously as you go about your business on the surface. We know about the surface conditions and the biological germ agents that are being spread across the surface. We are aware of all that happens, and we look around dismayed at the horrific magnitude of chemical and biological warfare that is taking place without the inhabitants' conscious knowledge. We pray for light to cover the planet and blanket it in peace and well-being. We pray for our emergence into the photon belt where only those souls who are of the light will tread. Our hearts are heavy with grief to see biological germ warfare spreading across the planet. We are horrified to see the same things taking place that took place when we once were living on the surface with the Atlantean civilization. We are horrified at the prospect of humans repeating this tragedy of desecrating the earth and destroying its civilizations again. We are doing all we can to avert this. We pray continually to God for ways to come forth and rectify these conditions. Don't fear. Just tune into the higher energies and move your vibration up the scale, and you will be unharmed. For once you've reached a certain vibratory frequency, your body will not be affected by third-dimensional dense plagues and diseases. You will be beyond their reach. It is the only way out. Now for more wondrous good news. Question: when can we come to Telos? We are stationed here beneath your Earth in full deployment for the time when we can safely surface. We wait underground as you wait above ground for the energies to rise, for people to be in a higher state of consciousness before we surface. These increased energies on the part of surface folk are our protection. For we are as vulnerable as you, since we have the same third-dimensional body. When people evolve in consciousness to the state where they will accept us, we will surface. We await this time. You can help speed up this process by sending light to all humanity and blanketing them daily with love. We in the underground are stepping up the energies we send to the surface to more rapidly bring about the time of our emergence. If surface folk were to come to tell us now, their beliefs would interface with ours, creating a distortion in our mass consciousness that we hold regarding immortality. That's why we must wait until your consciousness level is evolved enough to be in harmony with our beliefs of immortality. You on the surface are kept in the dark by your government about us in the underground. They indeed know of our existence. They know we are here, and they work with the dark elements here. Yes, there are cities of darkness below the surface, too, just as there are cities of darkness above. So your government is aware of our existence, and they keep it, quote, top secret, unquote. We expect to see this change soon, as our light is growing stronger and stronger every day. Soon our existence will be known by all on the surface as light spreads across the planet. We will always be here for you. We are one heart and one mind working for the one Creator. My love ever flows to you. The beloved earth changes. The dance of light. Know that your earth is going through many changes as it moves further and further into the light of God, as it shines down on humankind and embraces the earth at all levels of existence. For indeed God's light penetrates all of existence, from the smallest microbe to the largest atom. We here in Telos watch this dance on the surface as you change partners from those of dark intent to those of the highest vibration of light. This is truly a dance of light, where energy is exchanged and choice is exercised. As you dance your way to freedom and choose your partners with clarity and vision, you step forth on the dance floor of light as it revolves and takes you ever higher on the spiral of evolution until you reach the stage of ascension, where with one more step you dance yourself into the ascended state of bliss, carefree and light. And you will watch yourself rise in consciousness until you are no longer twirling on the surface dance floor, but whirling instead among the stars. We here in the subterranean cities of light are dancing with you in the dance of light, and are your partners who are leading you in this ascending dance to the stars. So dance with us. Take our hands as we give you our hearts, and hear the music of the spheres as God leads us ever onward and upward through the spiral of life into his arms once again. I am Adama, your dance instructor. Earth changes require a lot of rest. You are a caretaker of the earth, and you are feeling its changes as the earth climbs into a higher vibration. These changes require a lot of rest. We here in Telos are also going through a lot of changes as the earth prepares for her ascension. We too are in need of more rest than usual. All life is going through these planetary changes, and all life is feeling the effects of change. You are not alone. Just focus on God, the creator of all life, and you will feel the warmth and support, even though your physical body is quote, out of sorts, unquote. Stay tuned into the earth, for she is calling all her children home. We have chosen immortality. We greet you on this auspicious day, 12/12, in the heaven worlds. We find ourselves here in Telos meditating alongside of you on the lower levels of the Earth's stratum below your surface population. We too have prepared ourselves for this promising day. We too are choosing immortality for our beloved planet, Earth, and all our children. We too choose immortality for ourselves many, many eons ago, and we are still choosing this process as a means of evolving. We are able to evolve more rapidly by choosing to live longer and longer lifespans. This longevity allows us to learn and apply our Earth's lessons more thoroughly and more consciously, and to better extract the wisdom from our experiences. The longer your earthly lifespan, the greater amounts of wisdom you are able to consciously garner and apply, allowing you to proceed more rapidly on your Earth's path of spiritual evolution. Shorter lifespans only limit your awareness in ways you may just now begin to perceive. So we are here with you, supporting you in your choice for immortality for both yourselves and the planet. We here in Telos were once living on the surface of your Earth many eons ago. We went through the same Earth experiences and the same lessons that all of humanity is now experiencing. However, we learned that war is futile and that aging and death are totally unnecessary to God's divine plan. God only wishes us to live long, happy, abundant lives filled with understanding, wisdom, and using the universal laws. This is the best way to evolve. This is the most joyous way to evolve on our spiraling spiritual path back home to God, back to all that is. For we are truly God beings who came to Earth to experience the separation along with all of humanity, and to now wind our way back, bringing all of humanity along with us. All of humanity has suffered greatly from its limited vision of the universal laws and from its ignorance in applying universal laws to its daily life, daily experience. This has been unnecessary, but humanity chose to choose limitation instead of freedom to grow in a loving and nurturing environment. We and Telos are surrounded by a most loving, nurturing, and positive environment. We have consciously created this for ourselves, knowing the effects of an otherwise opposite choice. So you too will soon find yourselves living among those who are wise and nurturing. Yet for those beings who choose less, they will be separated from you into a lower dimensional world. There they can continue to choose poverty and limitation, while you spiral upwards on the wheel of evolution into the fifth dimensional realm, where all is beauty, all is abundant, and all is pure love. So come with us, all of us here in Telos, as we journey together as one, along with our Earth Mother, and me consciously in the fifth dimension. We await your arrival. We send you blessings from all of us here in Telos. We pray for your great success as we see the unfoldment of light spreading across your surface. Absolutely beautiful. I love you all. I love you all. And pray all good night.